All right, guys, welcome back. So, if you guys remember this house, is that 12-bedroom duplex that I showed you guys some time ago. If you haven't seen that video, you can click the link to the video in the description to go and watch it. Now, we started this house some time back, and we are done with the carcass. Right now, we're doing the finishing. And before this very video, we've done a video where we actually showed you guys a tour of this house and what we have actually done in the finishing stage. We just want to give you basically a cost breakdown of the different items that we've been using for the finishing. Now, this is a very massive house. It's 12-bedroom duplex. It's a 12-bedroom duplex, not just the bedrooms. There are kitchens, there are balconies. Like the balcony we are standing on right now is actually tiled, right? So the question now is how much tiles did we buy? How much of this and that and that? So, Engineer Desmond, over to you. Okay, let's start with the acquisition of the tiles.
Okay, fine.
How did you come about the amount of tiles that you'll actually need for this kind of massive house?
Okay, good. First of all, this building has been built, and the building has measurements.
Okay.
So when you want to do your project and the styling, how you come up with the cost of tiling is we just simply do measurements.
Okay.
First of all, you take coordinates from your client. What does your client want?
Okay.
We have different series of different kinds of tiles in the market. We have the Nigerian tiles. We have high-grade Nigerian tiles. We have Nigerian tiles, high-grade Nigerian tiles. We also have Spanish tiles. We have the Italian tiles. But Spanish and Italian are in the same category.
Okay.
Nigerian tiles, the high grade, and then the other grade. But of course, the high grade and the other grade are a little bit different in price. But so let's just say we have the Nigerian tiles and we have the Spanish tiles and Italian. So in this building you're seeing, we use high grade Nigerian tiles.
Okay.
Like other of our projects, it's what it is, except for a few places like the
masters
the masters in suits, and of course the outside external tiling on the body of the house and all that. So we took measurements. Okay, we took measurements, and after the measurements, we revert to our client, and then we discussed with her on what we are doing and what we want to do, and she told us we go into costing. But what happened in this tiling purchasing is that because I have a friend who is a tile distributor, okay, because of my kind of job, I'm an engineer, so exactly, so by my relationship with a lot of people, and this is what I do, and this is the only thing I do. I don't have any other thing, building and all that. Yeah. So I was able to engage my friend that I've known since 2018. He's a tile distributor, Nigerian tiles, so he linked me up to the company. Because without people like them, you don't have access
to the company.
So we're able to go together to the company, and then we had a good negotiation. One of the things that came freely was the tiles were delivered to the site without transportation.
Okay.
In the economy that diesel is almost 2,000 naira, close to 2,000 naira. Fuel is about 1,300. So, but the tiles were delivered to the sites with their truck, long truck, without transport. All we paid was the cost of loading. So the tiles naturally costs about 10,226,000 thereabout.
10,200,000.
Yes, for the entire house. And trust me, it's not the only the 12 room that we are tiling. The 12 room consists of 3 parlors, 3 antes, 3 dining, 12 rooms, and their toilets. And it has extra 3 toilets, and it also have we are also going to tile the kitchen, the village kitchen that is outside, the floor, and the village kitchen also have the toilets with them, 2 toilets, and also have a store. Okay, and then this house has about 2 staircases, and so that also include of that, and then there's a store in this compound that naturally, or some people use it as a security house, but we made it bigger because the owners will use it for business. So we also tiled that store, and that store also has a staircase that becomes the 3rd staircase. So the cost of tile itself, was about 10,220,000
to acquire the entire tiles.
Exactly, the entire tiles, of which we were able to have discount of that price because we had the link.
Okay, from a dealer.
Yeah, because we didn't just go to the retail market and buy it. Maybe if we go to the retail market, probably we may buy with extra 2 million or 3 million higher, apparently.
Yes,
and then
plus transportation.
And also pay transport, because most time when we go to the market and buy things, we end up paying from 500,000 of that category, 300,000 and above.
For transportation.
Okay, so that was the cost of tiles. But tiles does not tile itself. When you buy the tiles will not just get up and start placing itself on the. There's cement that will go for it.
Okay.
There's a sand that will go for it. There is cement is a big factor.
Okay.
There's a cement, there's a sand, and there is a cost of labor.
Yeah.
So the total cost of the tiling came up to about 17 point something million naira.
Okay.
Because the tiles itself was 10.2, while the sand, we got about 350 bags of cement at 7,500.
Okay, that cement was strictly for the tiling.
Yes, strictly for the tiling, and we are
350 bags of
350 bags, yes, for the tiling, because you are tiling the entire space. I just mentioned 18 toilets, because the store also have a toilet. The store has a staircase, the store room up and down, and every other day outside and every part of the house. So, and then we also got sand. There's a sand that you use in doing the tiling.
Okay, not just regular.
Not just the regular. Yes, you have to buy sand for the tiling. Okay. So, and then we got so far say we are still buying sand because the tiling has not completed. So, but that budget went into that 17 point something million went into the budget I just mentioned. And then we also, there's a labor for the tiling.
Okay.
This tiling labor is being paid per square meter.
Okay.
Thank you. And these guys who are tiling are special guys. I brought them from Lagos. They have been tiling for me. So there's a labor for the tiling, and the cost of the tiling labor about 2 point something million naira.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you subtract about 2 point something out of 17 million, you know that the sand, the cement, and the tiling. But I have mentioned the figure for the tiles. The tiling cost itself was 10,226,000, but we didn't pay transport.
Okay.
It came from the depot and they delivered it to us. I went to the depot and discussed with the Chinese guys who are producing it in Nigeria, and then they produce it.
I think we even have videos of when you went to.
Yes, when they brought the tiles.
Truck came to come and offload the
tiles. Exactly.
Okay, what about now? Are you okay? Is that all?
Yes.
We go to the next item.
Yes.
Okay, so the next item now has to be the sanitary wares, toilets, fittings, and all of that. So, how about that? Can you walk us through? First of all, walk us through the process.
Okay. The process of the toilet, anyway. Basically, in a toilet, when you have a toilet that is attached to a room, because they are all in suits, the expectation is WC, shower, water heater, wash hand basin, and then other accessories, mirrors, and then the taps, the tissue holders, the towel hanger, and all that. And then all that is what we are going to have in each of the toilets, except for the visitors' toilet that is by the ante. Those ones will not have shower. Just WC and wash hand basin. And then we also have a beautiful basin for dining.
Yes.
That someone don't need to start bringing water from the bowl for you to wash hand and eat.
Just
wash your hand, just like what it is on the fast food. You wash your hand and go to the dining and you sit and eat your food.
Yes, okay.
So we also got that. It's part of the sanitary. And then we also got basins for the 3 kitchens.
Okay.
And now trust me, this sanitary is for every part of the house. In this house now we have a total 12 room and there are 12 toilets plus extra 3 toilets for each floor. That is 15. And then the outside for the kitchen, there's a toilet that we built outside the building so that visitors who don't need to go inside, they can use that one. That is a 2 toilet, male and female. That is 17 plus the toilet attached to the store. Okay. Because what we did for the store is so that those who are going to be buying from us don't need to come inside and use our facility. So the total toilet is 18.
Okay, 18 toilets.
Yes, and the money that went into this is about 5,474,000. That includes the labor for installation of these fittings and the transportation that we convey them to the site. Yes.
Oh, okay.
But I can actually mention the cost of the transportation. We pay 75,000. Okay. The loading and offloading 15,000. Because it was the whole truck. The videos are there, and then the guy who are installing them, we are going to pay them 300,000 for the installation. So the rest part of the money went into the purchasing of the sanitary wares.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for the entire building.
So basically, apart from how much was it again?
5,474,000.
5,474,000.
Yeah.
Including the labor, including the transportation, offloading, and every other thing.
And everything exactly.
Oh, okay. Is there any other thing we need to know about the tiling and the...
Basically, no.
That's it. Okay, so engineer, starting up here with the electrical fittings, what has been the process, and then give us a cost breakdown.
Good. Simply, the process is, the electrical has different stages.
Yes.
Okay, there's a stage that came with the carcass, which we've talked about, that come to the carcass costing. There's a stage that has to happen before you do plastering.
Okay.
And there's also a stage that is done after plastering, which is the wiring. There's also a stage that after plastering and the fitting, which is the stage we are now. Okay, so let's talk about the stage of the cables. The cables, the electrical wiring.
Yeah.
That is one of the most important part of this house. The wiring. Even a lot of people say, okay, engineer, just let it be wire everywhere in the rooms because I cannot revisit it. But maybe I can avoid to fix socket in some places just because maybe there's no money for now. And then where there is money, we can go about that. Okay, so the cable, the wiring, like the 16 mm cable, the wire that distribute to sockets, switches, water heater, and water view costs us about 6,460,000. That includes the labor fee.
Okay, of installing them.
The labor fee, and the cost of transportation to site, and of course, and every other logistics. Trust me, before now, just because of inflation, before now, the cable wasn't this expensive.
Okay.
But we use a very good cable because there are cables you use and you start having fire issues in the house.
Okay.
So we use a very good cable.
It's not going to cost fire.
And Nigerian cable is about the best.
Okay.
The Nigerian cable is at their Coleman, their Lagos Star, their Mega Star, there are a lot of them. So we use a very good cable.
At least we have something that we can be proud of.
Yes, exactly. Nigerian cable is very good. It's about the best.
Yeah,
yes,
I heard so.
Very
that
good.
Even people from China come here to buy
It's
them.
about the best. It's about the best. We have very good. It has very good conductors, and of course the distribution box and everything is good. It gives good lighting and then good for the ACs, the heater. We also have a provision for solar system.
Okay.
Of course, I didn't mention that. Okay, so now that's about it. And then the fittings, the electrical fittings.
When you say fittings, what do you mean? Break it down.
The fittings is the chandelier, the lights.
The lights.
The lights.
Okay.
The chandelier, sockets.
Sockets on the wall.
Sockets on the wall, the switches,
Okay.
the light on the POP, the illuminations.
Okay.
The illuminations. This project cost us 3,765,000.
Okay.
That includes the labor, the transportation as well. Okay. Because these are semi-buying, and then of course you can't go, even though you always have a good deal from our clients, from our clients and dealers, exactly. But at the same time, when it's not that, like the talent that we have to now source help, they have to bring them by their truck. So we just have to take care of the transportation. So the next thing is a tank stand. Yes, there's a tank stand over there, and this is a 2-story building. Okay, this is a 2-story building that consists of 12 rooms. And of course, 12 rooms, 3 parlor, 3 ante, everything double.
So there's going to be heavy distribution.
Heavy distribution, exactly. So we had tank stand we have a tank project that we have constructed, and this tank has about 6,000 liters, all in 4. Of course, that's 1,005. And then this tank stand project, including what project testing, the tank construction, we did it on site.
Okay.
Yes, it was fabrication.
The fabrication of the
was done on site.
So you bought the materials and brought them here?
We bought the materials in the larger market, the steel village, and brought them to site. We did it on site, and we spent about 2,687,000. But trust me, this money, we would have saved us some money from here. Okay. But along the line, we needed to make it deeper and change some formation because of the weightier.
The weight of the
tank. Of course, and then we also got to the tank. We did the water testing pressure. This water testing pressure is such that, because before we did the plastering, we had done plumbing piping internally.
Yes, so I remember that time we were doing
thank you. So before we could do tiling, we need to have the tank erected, and then have the tank bought, then run the water supply into the house and do pressure testing.
Okay. Natural
pressure testing. This helps you to check whether there are leakages from the pipe that was installed in the walls in course of constructions, maybe negligent and everything. So that was done and tested, and of course there was no issue, and that is why we go ahead and tile. There are a lot of people we finished tiling, we saw leakages in the toilet. Like now in this house now, there's water everywhere.
Okay.
But you will not see leakage on the wall. You see walls are wetty, walls wet and all that.
Yes.
You won't see those problems. So that's what the reason. So and then we also did some chambers. This chamber, that's the chamber that takes, you know, those chamber that take the
water outside.
The water outside.
The
sock away. Okay. So that also was included in the. Okay, that was included in the 17 million of the tiling cost. Tiling project. But that was just a fraction. It was about 180 something thousand. So it was concisely because the cement that was bought for the tiling went in there, and of course the sand that was bought. So we had some leftover materials like rod, so we used that. Okay, so the next thing I want us to talk about is these windows.
Okay.
The windows.
Yes.
Of course, we didn't talk about the window because, of course, in the house there should be a window.
Okay.
So without window, you cannot stay. This is one of the mega projects in the house. Without windows, you can't stay. So this window actually cost us about 5,829,000.
Okay. Was it? 5,829,000.
Yes.
It seems cheap. It sounds cheap for considering the size of the house.
Yes.
And everything. So what did you do to keep the cost low?
We went to our dealers.
Okay.
We went to our dealers and we were able to have good discounts. Because trust me, this is what we do. And if you don't buy from Mr. L project, we buy from Mr. B project. So when you patronize people regularly, and we also have people, so they are bound to give you some
good
discounts.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes. And then I want us to talk about lastly the doors.
No, hold on. Let's come back to. So now I want us to understand. So you brought the people here. You brought your people here, and they fabricated these things on site.
Yes.
Well, now, will it have been cheaper if they had done it and brought it down? Would it have been more expensive if they had done it?
Yes.
Like, what price difference are we?
Okay, now probably it would be up to 6 million naira, 6.5, okay. maybe 800 to 900 difference. Okay. But you know, trust me, the reason why I do this fabrication on site is because you are able to control your materials.
Okay. From what?
You are able to control your materials from quality. Quality control. Okay. Quality control one, cost control, and then time management. What is the quality control? If you give these guys money, not that people are not trusted anyway, but if you give these guys money, these guys who are the workmen,
yes.
They will go to their workshop. They may buy whatever they like and bring it and do for you. And then it's up to you.
Take it or leave it.
Take it or leave it. And then that process of going front and back, police, and it doesn't help anywhere. And it won't solve the problem. That is one. Number two, you also control cost. Cost in the sense that, like I said, if this were to be done in their workshop, we'll pay more. Number two, time. If you give someone work to go to their workshop and work, they will collect 5 more other jobs in the name of that job. Trust me. So, but and I have a team who are very understanding and we have been working. Okay, so whenever we have this kind of job and they are there for me. So what do? My chairman, I have this job for you. Come to the site, spend 1 week. When 2 weeks, that is why they come. And then they fast and deliver. And
because they want to go and attend to other things.
Exactly.
So it's even make them work faster.
Thank you. So we manage time, we manage cost, we control quality.
Okay.
Thank you.
The next item.
The next item is the doors. The doors project.
I think before you even talk about the doors, I think the doors are very, very, very fine.
Yes.
Mostly the entrance doors in each of the floors.
Yes.
So what kind of doors are we talking about here, and what did it?
They are all Turkey doors.
Okay.
They are all Turkey doors. We use Turkey doors for the project.
Okay.
Yes, Turkey doors for the entrances, and then these other internal doors are still Turkey doors, but you know they are internal doors. A lot of people use wooden doors, but I prefer to use this.
Why?
Naturally, why I use this is because it's a whole kit. It comes with its own key, comes with its own hinges. It's compact.
Okay, so the wooden doors don't come with those.
The wooden doors don't. You fix them to each other, and maybe sometimes because of fixing them, you may be having some, loosening here. So, but this one is all complete. It comes
in full set.
It comes in full set.
Okay, so you just install it.
You just install it and then.
And that's it.
Yes.
Well, outside of that, wooden doors or this kind of doors, which one will you go for? Outside the fact that it comes, this one's come compact.
Well, let me tell you something. In this kind of building, this is a family house that there's going to be traffic.
Okay.
The usage and all that. This kind of door fits it.
Okay.
Yes. Wooden door are all good. These are choice things, but sometimes you take decisions based on usage.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So one more question about wooden doors.
Yeah. Go
Just
ahead.
for the educational purpose.
Yeah.
Do those doors, do they not end up like ants eating them at the end of the day or something after maybe some time?
Yeah. They are good quality doors, wooden doors. They are good quality wooden doors. Okay. Good quality.
Like I know we've used them in one of our projects.
Yeah,
before.
yes. So if you want to go for those qualities, you also define. Sometimes there are remedies ways of saving costs in a project. Yes, there are remedies way and see achieving the purpose of why you have to do that thing. Okay. And that's exactly what we did here. Okay. Because I remember when I was building a house for one of our clients in the East here, and there was a time we wanted to buy a door. In search of getting those kind of doors we may probably need, I went to Lagos and I spent more than 2 weeks, hotel, flight, and everything. And at the end of the day, because there are some things that are not common, people have to sell what people buy. But for this, I just placed a call to my hubs in Lagos, and then they directed us to their importers in the East, and then we paid, and then we went and picked it up.
Okay. Got the exact same thing you would have gotten in Lagos.
It's same thing. So what happened here? This door withstand pressure, and because this is a family house, and trust me, this engineer you are seeing here doesn't want to build, and someone would come and tell you this happened, this is not happening. There are minimal way of maintenance. Maintenance should be okay. My bulb died. Not that you fix a door today, tomorrow the ant is beating it. Okay. So those are the things we need to go. So the cost of these doors was about 6,050,000. But
for the entire door?
Entire door in the whole building. Okay. But not just that cost went into door. Trust me, when you buy the door will not build itself, install itself. There's a cost for installation, there's a for cement that went there, there's the masonry work that happened. So this was a total cost, 6,050,000.
Okay.
Including transportation.
But
that still include there are 3 places that we are going to, three places in the house that are going to introduce wooden doors. But those ones are between ante and the parlor. It's like kind of a fancy door. Okay. Exactly.
So are there places in this house where you use metal doors that were fabricated on site? Because I think I saw
them. Just 2. The exits.
Okay,
exit at the back
exit.
Yes, we have to do a double fabricated this because they are exits.
Okay. One of the first things I told you when I told you was that when I came here was I love what you have done here with the railings. They look so beautiful, even the ones in the staircase and all. So can you please give us a concise process of what you actually did, if you saved money, and then,
Well, about the railings, and the staircase, the protectors and all, and the other 2 doors we fabricated. Yeah. Usually, the only way we save money is because most times, because finishing is very dicey.
Yes.
Okay. Finish is not really like the carcass construction that, okay, you said the BOQ was 50 million. At the end of the day, we're able to save 2 million, 3 million. Those happens. But now, because this is my style of work, and what is my style when it comes to finishing? My style of work when it comes to finishing is, for example, the railings. You are talking about railing. I have the fabrication guys, the welder, who do this for me. So what I do is that I will invite him over. We will go around and check what is required. Measurement of the areas of the railings, the staircase, the window protectors, every other thing that we need to do. Okay. So there is no room of, okay, how much will you take? Okay, cost the materials and tell me your labor. So I don't give you a whole contract. Okay. So that you will not, I don't give you a contract sum so that you will not tell me it's 50 million. Then by the time I don't check, okay, I'm able to save 10 million. No. So when it comes to finishing, I make it straightforward. So you come, like what I did here. The guy came, measured everywhere we need to do fabrication work, the protectors, the exit metal doors, the tank stand, like I mentioned before, what happened in the store, the spider staircase, everywhere. And then we did the measurement together, of course, you know, and then we go to the market and do costing. I will discuss his labor. This thing will be brought to my site. So then when this thing is resolved, we send it hitoto, verbatim to my clients.
Okay.
So we work on that budget.
Okay.
Maybe, but most times what we do is that maybe at the end of the day, few materials, but the saving is not much. That is why in this project, when we started finishing, you didn't see us talking about the savings. We do savings more when we are doing carcass most time. But when it comes to finishing, I will just come, check what, like the tiles I told you about. We didn't go to the smaller markets. I didn't go to the roadside. I know that going to the roadside, this is what I will finally get. So I just made the costing, contacted my agent, we went to the company, and then that price had come, we went straight, and then that was the same thing that was discussed with our clients, and the money was released accordingly. Okay, so I will start by saying the balcony and the stairs. This house has 2 stairs for the main house.
Yes.
That is 2 stairs for the 2-story building.
Floor.
The entire floor, like 2 stairs, 2 areas, the ante and the back one. The stairs and the balcony took us 2,607,000.
Okay.
Yes, that's what it took. This includes materials, labor, but we had savings. We have leftover materials for this. That was about 300,000 for the balcony and the stairs. Okay. Then the window protectors, of course, all the windows. We have about 67 windows in this entire house. Yes, and they are good. Massive, and they are good sizes. Sometimes in 3-bedroom flat, people can have like maybe 12 windows, 8 windows, 9 windows, but this one, 67 windows.
67 windows.
67 windows in the entire building. So this cost us, and we use this material is called wrought iron. The one that will not get rot, it's called wrought iron. It doesn't get wear off, it doesn't tear, it's not even cut, you can't cut it easily. And we have it in the entire floor, including toilet, everywhere, the rooms. And this one cost us 1,885,000. Okay. For the dust cover materials and labor. Okay. Then I didn't mention plumbing pipe before we plaster. Okay. We did plastering. Okay, but before we did the plastering, there was a conduit plumbing that happened. So that cost us 1,120,000. Then there was also electrical piping. It was that stage we now bought the distribution boxes, the boxes that you are seeing in all over that place that wires are coming out in volume. And then that gesture cost us about 2,586,000 in different stages. So these things were done before we even go into plastering. Okay. But if we want to talk about the plastering anyway, before we did the plastering, we bought cement. Cement, of course. Yes, we bought cement that cost us about 400. We bought our clients got us cement for.
We had cement before then.
Yes, for a trailer load. Before the plastering. That was remaining. Yes, that came in. And then that cement also took a long way, and so the labor for the plastering, of course, for the entire building, including the store and everything around, cost us about 2 million naira, except the fence. Okay. But it was later we now came and then did some block work on the fence and raised it up. Exactly. Okay. And then so before you do plastering, there's a scaffolding part of it. Yes. We just took off the scaffolding. There was a scaffolding. As in our last video, there was scaffolding. The scaffolding was still there. In fact, I think they were even plastering that time. They were plastering, but we didn't talk about it. We said when we visited again. So there was a scaffolding, which we got that materials for about 962,000. That includes the labor. Labor was 200,000. Scaffolding cost was 450. There's a nail part of it. There's a binding wire, and there is the fixing and all that. Though we had some leftover bamboos. Okay, bamboos. Yeah, so we just added up. And of course, that bamboo is still useful because we just brought them down. And of course, that same money we pay for scaffolding now, we just paid about 100,000 to loosen the scaffolding now. Okay. Because, it was a saving in preview, in view of the stage exactly. So basically, okay, you go ahead. Yeah, so that's okay. That's okay. I'm done. All right. So basically, what's the exact figure that or the estimated figure that you spent in the plastering? I know you've given us a step-by-step breakdown. Okay, well, there's a way what we do is that most times we say, okay, when we are doing an overall costing.
Costing.
Yes, we just
Okay, so
added up.
we should leave that part. See, once we are done with the entire work,
Well,
we can give it
I
concise.
have it in my head and I have it in my book because we are record keeper.
So
So the labor was 2 million. The sand was for 450,000, but the cement was provided by our client.
By the client,
because
okay.
she saw opportunity and she gave us cement.
Yeah, the cement was bought on time.
On time.
Yes.
But for a trailer load of cement that we use for so many work. So we can't capture that. So if you don't mention cement, you can't actually
get the exact cost.
Because cement is a fundamental part of it.
Okay. All right, guys. So here you have it. 12-bedroom duplex. We've actually done a series of video now, giving you. We've actually done. Yeah, that's not you. We've actually done a series of videos giving you guys a cost breakdown of what we've actually spent for materials in this house. And if you want to reach out to us, you have something you want us to work on for you, or you want consultation, our numbers are on the screen and then in the description of this video. Give us a call or send us a message on WhatsApp or call us on WhatsApp or whatever, anytime we're available. My name is Kingsley, this is Engineer Desmond, this is The Building Phase. We'll catch you again in the next one. Bye for now.